Man, listen, it's a beautiful, beautiful day just to be in the land of the living.
Okay.
Man, gratitude is the attitude. Y'all already know it's Why Not Us podcast. We haven't been on for a little minute. It's Freestyle Friday chats with Sheeka. It's the energy for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the love and light for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's a beautiful day. So y'all see me smiling. You know what I mean? I'm up here with Sheeka. So the energy always good when I'm with Sheeka. Man,
Oh yeah.
Sheeka, how are you feeling mentally, man?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm feeling amazing mentally, despite the weather outside, the rain in this area. But other than that, it's a beautiful day. Like you said, a beautiful day to be alive. It's a beautiful day to be thankful for, because there's been a lot of chaos in the world.
Yes.
Just this past week alone. So I'm grateful to be here. For sure.
Facts, facts, facts. And we most definitely sending love, light to all the people that was affected by the hurricane. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Sending love and light to the people that, you know what I'm saying, was affected by the car wrecks and different things that's going on. Just sending love and light and healing to everybody.
For
Much
sure.
love to everybody that's going through their own thing right now in life.
Ashe, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
So, and how you feeling mentally? Like, y'all, we was, in the background building as we do as the creatives that we are. But how are you feeling mentally?
man, I feel good mentally. Like every time I talk to you, you push me to a different level. And so um like I love that how you know what I'm saying, you listen to me, you understand what I'm saying, and you just feel me. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Hmm.
feel good mentally. I really do. And I appreciate you for always listening to me. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate you.
I receive it. Thank you.
Big energy. So what we doing today? Let the people know.
All right, so today I pulled from my tarot deck, and so the words I pulled the Eight of Swords for anybody who has a tarot deck. But the words that come up from that particular card are limitation, confinement, and restriction. So those were the top words. So I'm actually going to read what the message is, because some of them have some key points, so it's just best to read it. So bear with me as I break this down. All right, so completely tunnel vision in. You are unable to see different perspectives with multiple blind spots. Trapped in
Mm.
your mind, you think there is no way out and you can't seem to devise an escape plan. However, just take a look around and notice that the chains around your arms have been loose this entire time. This is a self inflicted prison, and you have all the tools necessary to break out. I'm going to say that part again. We are in a self inflicted prison, and we have all the tools necessaries to break out. So
Mm.
opportunities are plenty if you choose to see them. So if you ain't looking, you ain't gonna see them. So basically, you have choices. We all have choices. So limited thinking leads to even narrower pathways in your prison of limitation. So needing permission from someone else other than yourself is giving away your power. Take back what is yours. The only permission you need is from yourself. Change your perspective to open up and allow the infinite possibilities to flow in. Ashe. That was a whole word in itself.
Wow.
Had so many key points. I'm gonna just read all of this because all of it is relevant to anybody. Even if you feel like we having the best day and everything's going well, we are
Girl.
always dealing with some type of limitation, feeling confined, because that's the conditioning part. Feeling restricted. And so that's the key point of me, like me living my life now as I'm building and growing in my own authentic voice, is learning to break away from this thing. I'm not limited. So to be able to say that is a good thing, because a lot of times we do feel like we are in our own box. But that's the key point of this message. I love when it says, just look around. We holding ourselves back. Like, you supposed to be hugging yourself, loving on yourself, not feeling like we are holding ourselves back. So we put ourselves in our own prison. And the power of the mind is something that a lot of people are not ready to go in and dive into. We want to keep, we was talking earlier about surface level healing. People are ready to just do the surface level. Y'all want to do the things, y'all see all the things, but y'all don't want to commit. But there are some people who will commit to a job for 40 hours. You get up because what's the incentive? You get your check to pay your bills, but you won't be committed to getting your mind right. You won't be committed to taking care of your mental health, your emotions, learning what an emotion is. Some people can't even tell me what an emotion feels like in their body, but your commitment is on other things. And so sometimes I get frustrated as a healer because it's like, hey, we're giving you the tools, we're here to help you, but some of y'all just want to stay surface and y'all love the misery. And sometimes, we feel we're confined in that misery and we're not.
It's
So
a choice.
yeah, yeah. So, this right here was a whole mood. When I pulled the car, it fell out. I feel like, so that was, the message for the collective. But that's a good segue. So I'm gonna let you tell me what comes up for you.
So listen, like I always tell you, every everything that you pull out is always something connected to something that I seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, I was actually listening to KRS-One, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like basically talking about like the inner being, the inner energy, and
Mm-hmm.
how our physical body is our limitation. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our physical body is our limitation, but
Yeah.
our inner being is not the limitation. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I love that.
So he was like, yo, so say for instance, right? I read something, right? So he was like, he said something about like energy or something, but he said it's something power energy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Monster energy, something he said it, but when he said it, I said it to myself too.
Yeah.
When he said it, I said it to myself. He was like, yo, you ain't open your mouth. You ain't open your mouth to say it, but you said it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't nobody else didn't hear it, but you heard it. Like
Right.
that voice inside of you, he was like, yo, that's the voice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, like I said, man, I just be so hyped because me and you don't even have a conversation. And it's like, yo, you pull out the cards and it be the same thing that I was listening to the day before, or whatever. It's
Oh,
always a connection. And
yeah.
that's powerful in itself. But
Yeah.
yes, because sometimes I said me, but we so used to thinking and conjuring of negative stuff, you know what I'm saying, in our mind because
Yeah.
of that feeling. It's like we so addicted to misery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to accept great things, you know? It's like we just addicted to how being down and out feels and how it for real is weird. But then
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm in control of me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of what I want to do at this moment. I'm not in control of the outcome of anything of my efforts, right? So
Mm-hmm.
all I could do is continue to work on who I am, continue to feed me, continue to do what I could do for myself. I'm not in control of the opinions of others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in control of that. All I can focus on is the present. Once
Yes.
you focus on the present, the future and the past don't even count no more.
Mm-mm.
But we so caught up in the present, no, not the present, in the future, in the past, that we not even understanding the journey that we're going through.
Absolutely. We miss
So
we miss the pause, we miss the breaks. Like, and that's
yeah,
sometimes too and again, sometimes people get stuck on the planning ahead of the future. It's like, don't plan too far ahead because you something might happen where you gotta, adjust. But
yes,
we miss out so much because we can't sit still. Like, we all should be sitting still. People have all the excuses as to why, but you can sit still and do the things that ain't benefiting you. I
right,
feel like if you're gonna be on the phone, then make sure you're doing something that's feeding into your energy. But we have to sit still to hear our intuition. We got to sit still to hear our God voice. Like, we are always gonna remind y'all that we are spiritual beings living this human experience. Like, our spirit came
yeah,
here to experience something, but sometimes we make this shit harder than what it really is, and it's like it's not
yeah,
the power of the mind can consume you. And if you have the awareness knowing that that's what's holding you back, then why not work on that? Why not figure out what am I still attached to so I can detach, so I can be able to hear what's going on now? We want all these things, we have all these dreams, but then we ain't willing to do the work to get to them. Like, if your dream, and I say surface level, the house, the car, like, those are surface level things. Like, nah, your dream, like, what do you want to do? Like, our soul came here for a particular purpose. And sometimes it could just be something simple as, I'm supposed to learn something and then help other people learn how to grow. I'm supposed to help change from a bigger system. Some of us are here for the tribe, like our small individual tribe. Some of us are here for the collective to reach from a global standpoint. And some of us are only really here to master self because in the past life, you probably was, not doing that. So some of us are here to sit in our own energy and learn how to love ourselves, to be able to teach people how to love. Like we're supposed to master certain things and our focus is on the wrong things. So what are you willing? This is a reflection question. What are you willing to give up to change? You got to give up something, whether it be the toxic relationships, whether it be the negative thinking, whether it be, that job. It's so many things that are holding us back. Sometimes it's self. Like we have certain demons, like the choices we made, forgive it, forgive yourself, and then figure out how we're gonna move because it's so many limitations on our thinking that we don't even think we're supposed to have greater and bigger. It's hard and people don't want to work on that because it's like I don't know what success look like. So I know little basic stuff, but like it's beyond that. And it's all in us. And so when we don't understand the power that we have when it comes to like we are limiting ourselves sometimes because we're not willing to decondition and we're supposed to just stay stuck, comfortable, confined to the level of what society and our parents and our caregivers have placed on us. And then we don't even know, is this my thought? Is this me thinking? So I can go on a whole soapbox about limitations, but I feel like if you guys are willing to sit and think about what things in our mind are holding us back, I promise you it's a good step. So what are you willing to give up to change so you can stop holding on to stuff? Yes, forgive self and move on because again, the past has happened. We can talk about it and process it. What did I learn from it? And then I can apply it now, so I don't make the same damn mistakes in my future. Like that's how we're supposed to be thinking. But people are, staying stuck in their depression states, which is holding on to grief, not willing to move on. And sometimes the grief is just an old part of us that we still holding on. Like, ooh, I was so toxic back then, but it was kind of fun. Okay, can you find a different level of fun? Like that was you then, but it's so many other things we can do on this earth now. But in the words of one of my mentors, some people are so stuck on this earthly shit. Y'all let this earth human experience suck you dry, and you don't even know that spiritual side is so important. Like I'm even getting to the level of consciousness, like understanding, like, dang, from now what I believe is like sometimes saying rest in peace doesn't really fit because it's like, nah, I pray for a peaceful transition to whatever the next assignment is. Like sometimes I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's not even about them. They gonna be in peace in their next assignment. But when we attach to some of our loved ones, we still holding them back. They can't move in peace. They still worrying about how we doing over here. So when you
Yeah. That
start raising that level of conscious, it allows you to think like, knowing
differently.
ego is the devil, is the demon. That's the ego is what we need to watch out for. And then learning how to be okay with when those negative thoughts come, like, ooh, this is attached to the old me. Why is this coming up right now? Oh, because I was around so and so and they were talking about some old stuff. Move on. So I'm gonna let you speak because spirit speaking through
Man,
me.
you already know that spirit speak, but like when we talking about confinement, when we talking about placing ourselves in a box. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been having my pictures of when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's when I was like I didn't have no worries when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, when I see my beautiful smile and when I see my eyes so bright, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm drawing back from, you know what I'm saying?
I love
Understanding
it.
like how so bright, like all the questions I used to ask before I got muted. Everything that
Hmm.
I used to feel, you know what I'm saying? I was just free. Well, why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Why this? Well, that person right there, boom, 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 like that was me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like now it's like I'm unlocking the authentic me. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I'm not operating in the ego part of me. You know what I'm saying? That's how you really grow. When you're not
Hmm.
really thinking about what nobody else and what people place on you, because people are placed like, yo, in order for you to be successful, you got to make money.
Yeah.
But success look like different things for me.
That's
Success to
right.
me is connecting people together. That's my success. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Adding to
okay.
people, that's my success. Seeing people flourish, that's my success. Seeing people
Mm.
get up and start believing in themselves, that's my success. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
People
Yeah.
reaching their dreams, reaching their goals, that's my success. That's what
Nice.
success feels like for me when
I
other
love that.
people are succeeding in life. and I
Mm-hmm.
know that I was able to push them in the right direction. So that's what success feel like for me. Not
Okay.
only a money standpoint. You feel what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
get so caught up in the money standpoint that we really forget what success really looks like. Not even from the surface, because surface is money.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? But when you look
Mm-hmm.
deeper into it, you feel what I'm saying? And you pull over that beautiful mind and you're able to actually operate like, yo, I get it. Okay, I'm free flowing. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Okay, this love and like that I'm spreading. People are feeling it. People are really gravitating towards it. But I ain't
Mm-hmm.
worried about how many people are gravitating towards it. I'm just
Yeah.
worried. I'm getting the people I need to get at the right time. You feel what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
So
I
so
love
that's
it.
that's that's what I supposed to do. I
Yeah.
supposed to connect things. I connect people together. You know what I'm saying? Give them a message. You know what I'm saying? Give them a thought. Like
Mm-hmm.
yo, give them an idea, and
Yep.
so that they could see themselves in a different reflection. Because I already
Mm.
see the greatness in you, but
Yeah.
it's
That's
up to you to see it, not me.
hmm That's right. I ain't gonna do the
So
work for you. And see,
yeah,
that's you living in your design. Like that lights me up, so because like that's your signature. You're supposed to be here to feel success and knowing that it's beyond a monetary,
nice,
recognition. So
nice.
everything you just named is perfect because that shows me that you are truly living in your design to stay in that success mood. Because if not, the opposite of that for you is bitterness. So it's like I ain't
Yeah,
trying to be bitter over here. I'm trying to feel success. So if I get success for helping people, that's all I need. So that lights me up to hear that because that shows me that you are definitely working on your inner child. That's the inner child assignment you're doing, going back to the old pictures, looking at them and just looking at your face and your movement, how and then to go back and see like how I looked and how I felt, because it's always, people think inner child is always doing the heavy stuff as far as it being pain. Yeah, that's a part of it, but the bigger part of it is what were your dreams like in the fourth grade? What did you say you wanted to be? Like what things did you like to do? What was your favorite activity? Did you have a favorite thing you wanted to do on the playground? Like it's things going back to before I started being placed with limitations or being censored or being told. Because again, some of the conditions from society and how we were raised, it's not, it's not nothing that we control. It's just what we was brought up in. But now it's up to
yeah,
us to say, like, all right, here go my foundation. I'm gonna pull some things from the foundation. But now that I'm grown and I'm able to process and think differently, I can really see who I am and whose I am. And so once we know that, oh man, the sky's the limit. So
man.
you keep connecting to that spiritual side of you, because that inner child work is how we heal, like going back to the younger versions of us, like what kind of plans and things, like before we had to start paying bills and had to be, adults and taking care of ourselves, like what are some things that were fun that we wanted to do? Like it's nothing wrong with create. I don't like to use the word bucket list, but there's no wrong with creating a dream list or things that you still want to accomplish. Like I never learned how to skate. I never learned how to swim, but I'm going to learn how to do those things, even if it's just a one-time experience. And just I know the things I used to love the jump rope. Back in the day, we had this thing. I think it was like jump rope for heart or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I used to be so excited to just jump, even though we was raising money, but it was just an activity,
Yeah.
fun. Hula hooping, hopscotch. Like it's so many things that I experienced as a kid, but I would love to know what that stuff like again now, because that's why I love to see how kids grow and the difference of me studying my son's human design chart. I could help with the conditioning to where it's just like, oh, okay, this is who he's going to be. Like he has touch as far as one of his learning, so he's going to learn through touch, and
Yeah.
that might be his hiccup in school, because in school they can't do a lot of touching. And
LJ like
so
touching too.
yeah. And so that is a part of, and I talked to my mentor, like, how do I help him? Because I got his teacher saying, won't keep his hands to himself, but outside of him being a boy, but I know that I'm going to hear that, consistently, because he's a touchy feely person in a way that that's how he feels, that's how he loves, that's
Mm-hmm.
how he learns. But in a
Mm-hmm.
school environment, I got to teach him, okay, these are school rules, but you can hug and love on mommy when you get home, or
Yep.
whatever. And so we got to be able to teach them the balance, so that way they still prosper in how society is, but not to let society suck them in as far as them having the vision to be who they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So it's something that we continue to learn. It helps us so that way we don't stay in confinement and feeling like we're limited. It's just that I know that who I am, again, remember that statement is just powerful with just I am is something that we need to have that foundation on, and we can do anything and not feel like we're obligated because of what other people have placed on us.
And
It's too limited.
you know what? I used to like getting in front of the classroom and rapping. I like
Mm,
like it used to be me, Eddie B, and Cartier, like in second
yeah,
grade. I
yeah,
mean, I used to like getting in front of the classroom, dancing, rapping. That's what I used to like doing, like
yeah.
entertainment. Like
Just
that's
being
what I was
entertained. Yeah,
doing in the second grade. You feel me? With
yeah.
Eddie B and Cartier. Like I used to do that. In third grade, I remember like dancing, kindergarten. I
Mm,
remember like doing dancing and stuff like that at school, like
yeah,
for like the Christmas programs and stuff like that. I was
yeah.
in love with Don't Tell My Heart My Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh yeah.
Like we did a dance to that. That's why I still love
I
that
actually, now that you
song.
say that, you just brought up a whole memory. That I really
Don't
remember
tell my
that.
heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think it understands.
Oh
And if
man,
you, I love that song, like
I do.
karaoke.
That song still hit. That song still hit
Listen,
though.
karaoke, that's my song for karaoke. You can't
Wow.
tell me I don't know that song. That's my song for karaoke. I used to love singing Whitney Houston, I'm Every Woman, when I was in fourth
Mm,
grade. So
mm-hmm.
I used to like always about entertaining people and making people feel energy, I guess, like just
Yeah,
feeling good. So and then
yeah,
that's when I start making people laugh, you know what I'm saying? Making people laugh and stuff like that. Like
yeah,
you know I used to make people
yeah.
laugh and stuff.
All the
So
time.
yeah, so
You
I
can
used to
look
get
forward to it.
I used to get in trouble too, but
I know, I know. But again, school rules and us not so being able to go back to that and saying like these are things that I enjoy and these are things that light me up because we didn't really get to enjoy those things the way we needed to back then. Even the ones that say okay, I got to do certain things, but it's different because we still got that inner child part of us now, and some of us get so stuck in these autopilot roles of being parents and all the things we're supposed to do, right? Nothing wrong with things we're supposed to do, but then we forget to live. We forget that we're here to experience. Like we can't connect to our spirit self if we sitting over here blocked and just letting society just control everything we do. It's like, no, you can have fun. I had to ask one of my clients the other day, like, when the last time you got on a swing? Like, go get on the swing, go to the park. Like, do you know what it's like to be on a seesaw? Like, sometimes we need to just love on ourselves, watching kid movies. Like, I'm excited for Hocus Pocus 2. I'm ready for it.
babe,
Like,
ready to see that too. I ain't see the first one.
that's all right, ain't too like it's a lot of people that ain't seen the first one. Like I told my dude, he was like, "What is that?" It's okay, I can introduce you. And again, it's not for everybody has their thing, but like finding the things like that's why I like to watch kid movies. Like it's so many ones. Even before I even had my son, and even before I had my god kids, I always
Yeah,
like to pull up.
I like
You
kid
know,
movies.
because they have a message, but then sometimes it's not a lot of drama and stuff. Sometimes you can just enjoy and just be. But
Yeah.
that's what a lot of us are missing, man. It's the environment that we place ourselves in when we leave that work mindset. For those who have a regular 9 to 5, or even when you just building and trying to help someone else, you still want to feel like you're needed and supported. So if you're feeling limited on everything or anything that you're doing, what are you willing to give up to change? Like that's the biggest thing. And taking from what you were saying is just love on your inner child. Like you don't have to be limited, feel like you have to do certain things because of your certain age or I'm supposed to be at this place. No, you're not. You're right where you're supposed to be. Stop thinking you got to have certain things by a certain number. These surface level things, because once you get the house and the car and all the things that you says you wanted, then what? Like, because then we still be gonna be needing something else. But if you don't know what that is, then we need to have a conversation because you're back to putting limits on yourself again. Like, okay, now I'm supposed to do this. You can't. Everybody's not meant to chase money. Some of us are here to just be living like the most minimalism life. Don't require us to be much. Of course, we don't want to be in debt. We got things we want to do, but we don't need money to always be happy because that's not
Facts.
where it's at. That's a
Facts.
whole other limitation.
Yes, because if you're basing your happiness on money, what's gonna happen when you don't have the money?
Yep.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Happiness is an inside job.
Yep.
You know what
It
I'm
sure
saying?
is.
Happiness is an inside job. When you wake up every morning in gratitude, you know what I'm saying? Grateful for everything. That's being grateful and you're happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy for this bottle of water I'm able to drink. Like I
As
look
you
at
better,
things
yeah.
differently. I look at things different. Like, man, I'm just grateful for this, man. I'm
Yes,
grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Man, I'm grateful for this. Like
got to
for
be.
real. So So
That's how you
that's
stay in the present. That's how you stay in the now. Like just like you said, that was a water. It changes. Like we can speak life into the water we drink, the water we take a bath in, the water we wash our hands in. And like my son is starting to get it now too, like with gratitude, because at his age, he say this, the things, mom, dad, whatever. But now that he's getting back into school, and and I say different things different. Like the other day, he surprised me. I was like, your turn. What you grateful for? He was like,
mm,
I'm grateful for the earth. I'm grateful for the rain. Because it helps. And then I'm grateful for the energy. And I'm listening to him like, okay.
I,
He's
yeah,
starting to think deeper and understand like we got to be appreciative. Like, yeah, the hurricane, yeah, but this is Mother Earth. Mother Earth is doing what Mother Earth's supposed to do. So we still got to put love back into, even this is the hard time for a lot of people. Like you said earlier, we're gonna send in love and healing energy to people who are suffering. But also sometimes a hurricane is a way to pay attention, y'all. So it's like if you ain't got certain things in order, if you allow the fear of social media and the fear of everything to come to you, then you're not gonna hear the message of whatever storm we're supposed to go through. Because when you hear rain, when you hear storm and light, people hear that, oh, here it comes. And sometimes I get that way too. But that's that ego speaking. From a spiritual standpoint, thank you, rain. Thank you. The storm is coming to do whatever it needs to do. So sometimes we got to have a different perspective and making sure we're not in our limited thinking, our small level thinking, because we're going to miss the mark. And, we don't want things to trick us out of our spot where we can't be able to think clearly and we miss of why we're truly here.
yeah. And Sheikah, also when we were sitting here talking, like, I wish it was a way that like it could be like a imagination station, or like a house of creators where grown-ups and people that's creators can come together in their own way and be able to just be in their most authentic selves, like be able to do what they really like.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like drawing, some people like rolling on the floor,
Yeah.
like, and just enjoying life without feeling like, yo, I'm being judged, but rolling on the floor and you laughing and you in that good energy, you in that good mind space, like you in the present moment, you not even worried about everything else is society, what's
Yeah.
normal for society. Like, let's break away from that, let's conform into our own selves.
Mm-hmm. I
Why
love
can't
it.
you roll on the floor and be happy?
Yeah.
Why? Like, you should be able to roll on the floor, be happy, and get up and smile, like, yo, and you're laughing. That's what it's
Mhm.
all about.
Yeah. That's a different level of grounding, man, to be able to get down there and just live. Yes, see, right on the same page. Feeling the floor beneath me centers me. And some people don't even realize that that could be a center for them, but they don't want to sit down. Or I can't get on the floor. And, it'd be hard for me to get up. Or my back might hurt. Or what I'm going to go down, what I'm going to do down there? Just get down there. Just sometimes explore, y'all, because again, grounding is where we all are missing. We are missing the stability. If we were grounding ourselves a lot more, then we wouldn't allow fear to come in so quickly. Fear comes in a lot easier when we're not grounded, when we're not feeling stable, we're not feeling safety, we're not feeling secure, and we have people in our lives or things that we allow to have us not feeling this way. So again, what are you willing to give up to change? Because we got to give up something in order to grow. We can't have all these extra bags holding us back, and it could be the old version of us that we're holding on to. It's the old narrative that or the wishes. Like sometimes certain wishes are just that, like, if you want to turn it into a dream and turn it into reality, let go of some of this old stuff so you can get to where you need to go. That grounding is a piece that I wish people would just sit still. I give the smallest challenge of like sit still for 3 minutes a day. 3 minutes. And don't try to control your thoughts. Like people think meditation is supposed to, I can't sit still. My mind is racing. Yes, that's what it's supposed to do. Because how are you going to know what the hell you thinking if you don't sit still to hear it? So sit still for 3 minutes. And then when that 3 minutes is up, set a timer. Then write down what came up. If you was worrying about so many things in the future, okay, I got to work on stop worrying about stuff. If I was worried about da 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 or something came up for me, that's where you go in and do the work. But you can't hear the downloads from your intuition and your spirit stuff if you don't sit still. 3 minutes, y'all can do that at a stoplight. I'm just saying. You can, it's just no excuse as to why you can't find time to listen to what your thoughts are saying. So you can say, dang, I'm real negative today. Like my thoughts went real left. Or I wasn't even able to think positive because I was worried about a bill. I was worried about my kid. I was worried about da da da. And then you realize, like, do I have control over these things? Our thoughts go, we have a million thoughts a day. But if you don't take the time to sit and think and hear what those thoughts are saying, then you're not going to be able to heal. I'm just being real, y'all. Like, y'all want to do all the surface level stuff, the cute stuff. No, the cute stuff is great on surface, but do the stuff that people can't see. Some of y'all want to post things so you want people to see it. Like, I like when people are vulnerable. People say, oh, your page ain't for that. Then don't be on their page. Let people do what they want. But there are times that I know that I don't have to look at certain stuff. But if that's their only outlet, then damn it, let it out. That's why I love when you and other people post things, like checking in on other people, because sometimes people just like, ooh, they might be in their design, wait to respond, or they ask me a question, or wait for the invitation. Now I can talk about how I'm feeling. I don't feel like I had nobody else asked me how I was doing today. Everybody can't always text you and be there for you, but these posts sometimes, if you don't do anything else, respond to that one post about how you doing, because somebody might be able to reach out to you. Like the ones that don't want to ask for help, respond to those kind of posts. Or even if you see, get in somebody's inbox, like, I see you posted that post, I didn't want anybody to really know, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
struggling today. Cool. How can I help you? How can I be of support? Like, I'm not a big fan on like with certain like this new age rap and stuff like that. But I want to give a shout out to Meg Thee Stallion for that resource that she put out for mental
Mm-hmm.
health. Like, I was like, say what you want, and I'm not even the biggest fan of her, because I'm stuck on my old my '90s rap and stuff. But I see the moves that she's making. So whatever it needs to get the message across, there's so many resources out here, y'all. Y'all can go to her website and get some resources for therapy or coaching or whatever. Like,
For
there's too many things
everybody.
out here. So it's like, if y'all really want the help and want to stop being limited, want to stop being confined of the power of the mind, get somebody to guide you. Like, there are people out here who are here to mentor you, to coach you, to help you get your mental right. Maybe you don't know where to start. Listen, I tell y'all all the time, you can send me an inbox. I don't always check Messenger, but I'll check it intentionally when I know that I'm putting it out there. But it doesn't matter. When somebody's meant to connect to you, they will. So, as a side note, anybody that's been in here, hello. I see a couple of comments. Somebody said hello. Um, and so anybody that come in, thank y'all for checking in with us, and even people watching the replay, because a lot of times, man, we forget that our message matters. It might be somebody that don't hear this from until 6 months from now. They might decide, oh, let me see what this one was talking about. So, we're always here to put the word out that we should always be striving to work on ourselves. So again, the words, and go back to the words of the day, was limitation, confinement, and restriction. And I want to go back to that the key messages, and what I was saying earlier is, take back what is yours. Get out of your mind, being trapped in your mind. There's no way out. Sometimes we think that, but look around. We don't have any chains around us. Be able to figure out what your choices are. If you made some bad choices, so what? You're human. You're supposed to. Like, I have trial and error in my chart. I'm here to try things out, and if it don't work, I go on to the next thing. That's just part of my design. So when we start understanding who we are, then we can say, that's why I like human design, because it's a tool that helps us be okay with who we are. It's not another, because people think like, okay, another thing I got to put a title onto. Nah, it's something for you to create awareness. So for you to say, like, dang, somebody might have in their chart that they have a fear of the past repeating itself. That's one of mine. So that brings my awareness, like, dang, that's why I always be worried about generational trauma. Or that's why I'm drawn to help people not have to attach to that narrative of what their family has been through. So we have to understand who we are so we can be okay with who we are, so we can start healing and not feeling like that we're supposed to follow what everybody else is supposed to do. So take back your power, identify again, what is something I'm willing to give up to change, because we have to stop letting the confinements of the world and people who say they love us or don't love us or whatever control our narrative, when we have the power to move forward. We have the power, keep moving forward is always the message, right? We always got to keep pushing. But if you don't know what moving forward looks like in a healing way, then that's what we're here to help you do.
Facts. And I want to say one thing about being present. Like, when
Mm-hmm.
when I, it's okay if you don't hear nothing in your mind. That means you really still and you really present. Like, when you
Mm-hmm.
meditate, and if you don't hear nothing in your mind, it's totally normal. Like, you at your present state, because your mind,
It's not attached to all the other stuff.
nah. So you just really being still, because when I'm really, really still, it's nothing going on in my mind. Like, I'm
That's
just
beauty.
still, I'm just with one. Like,
That's
I'm
bliss.
just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear nothing in my head. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
when I'm
certainly a
at my
level of
I'm
growth.
I'm at my I'm at my oneness, but I don't hear nothing, no sounds, nothing in my head. And I just feel pure bliss, like you said. Like, I'm on
Mm-hmm.
a different level.
Yeah. It
And I
takes
just
time to
sit
get there
there.
too.
Yeah.
It takes time, like people, and that's the thing too, and that's the goal, to be able to sit still and not have to let your thoughts consume you. That's why it's like, people starting out, it can be scary, be like, I can't turn my mind off. That's okay.
Yeah.
You working, but I promise you, like I still go back to when I went to a retreat. last year from a class I finished, and that was my first time ever taking 2 hours to meditate, and it was within a
Mm-hmm.
group setting. And I thought, like, when I came out of it, I was just like, man, it was a beautiful experience. Now, doing it on my own, I'm still working towards that. Like, sometimes getting to an hour sometimes could be, but we have to figure out where we are. So if you can't get to those levels, if you only that's why I said start with 3 minutes. 3 minutes ain't really a lot. That's why it's like y'all say, oh, I ain't got time. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got 3 minutes. And really, you can do 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the afternoon, and 3 minutes in the evening.
And you
Okay.
can do it while you taking a shower
You
too.
can. Like, it's so many ways, but people, and then
People
that's
don't
why I
want to
say,
do it. They
don't
don't.
want to
They
do
they do.
it.
Sheikah,
I know
They
it.
do not want to do it.
I
So
know
all we
it.
could do is just like,
We
yo,
put it
give
out there.
them, put it out there. It's up for them. And they get little attitudes too, but it's
Yeah.
okay. Uh huh.
That's
Uh huh.
okay. That means you
Yeah.
got a feeling attached to it, and that's what I like
Mm-hmm.
to see.
It's okay, but I'm just saying, like, that's why I say what I say, and then I just keep it moving. You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
touch
Like I
and it's gonna
said,
touch, right?
the people that's supposed to receive it will receive it.
I say
I
that's all it
say.
is. It is
Do,
what it is.
do
Because
y'all
again,
go ahead?
no, I was just gonna say, like, if there are times that we get so hung up on the wrong things, but if we connect, with ourselves, it's so much easier to say, like, I'm not worried about what nobody else is doing. And that's what even as a clinician, even as a coach, whatever I've always done, I don't be so focused on all the other stuff. It's like wherever it's going, whoever it touches gonna touch. If it's meant for me to respond, I have clients that I have came to me just from word of mouth, and I'm very blessed and thankful. And so sometimes it's like, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. I got a coaching program. I got 3 people in there, and I'm going to still do my program because people going to come when they come. And I got so many things because I'm an MG. Like, I got 20 million things I'm trying to do. So I keep moving. I just do something and I keep it moving. Like I said, I'm trial and error. So if you guys, hear what we saying, take it in, because I've learned through my own journey that we are all on our own journey. What somebody else doing ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, sometimes people feel like, even as a parent, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be done with this part, but it's in my spirit to say, but some of us that are parents or taking care of a child, it don't try to feel like you are failure because they're not doing something that you want them to do. Like, stop putting so many expectations. We are here to give our kids guidance and support them and, yeah, teach them. But there are certain things that they're going to, even when they get grown, especially like my 18 to like 25, that range is so important. Let your people be people. Let your kids still be kids, or whoever they're going to be. Their journey is their journey. They're supposed to experience whatever they're here to experience. And we can't control that. So sometimes we got to take a step back and let people be who they are so that they can learn and be on their own space. We can't control nobody else but ourselves. So power of the mind, focus on me. When I heal, you heal. Just like
Yeah. Hey, when I hear you heal, just you need to make that into a song, see. You need to put it on the shirt,
put it
man.
on
That's
a
my
shirt, right?
put it on a shirt, man. Man, my message for everybody today, just keep whatever, like, listen, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams, man. Just do not give up. It might
Yeah.
seem like, it's hard. Just sit still. When you're confused, when you don't know, because sometimes, hell, I don't know. I don't be knowing. And I be like, man, I don't know. And then somebody just hit me up to let me know I'm on the right track. My angel nibbles will pop up. Like,
Yeah.
yesterday, I saw 222, 333, 444. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, I know you with me. I know you with me.
Always.
So,
Always.
if y'all
Confirmation.
got if y'all do y'all have any questions before we go today?
Any questions? If not, you can always hit us up. But we are here to put the message out, and we move on about our day. So
You know the vibe.
yeah.
Like,
And that's why I love, like we said earlier, like, we don't, I mean, that's why I like this, because this is the time for us to be ourselves. But I picked my card today. Like, I might take little notes as I'm reading, but like, it's intuition led, it's spirit, guided this conversation. So, sometimes whatever spirit put on our heart to say, and a conversation between us will come out. So anything we've said, we hope we've touched you. If not, then share with somebody else who can benefit. So, as we close out, don't let the limitations, confinement, restrictions, block you from your blessing. Be understanding that this journey requires patience. Is no end date. We're supposed to always be working on us. So when you realize to get out of your own damn way, then I promise you, you'll be fine, and you won't have to worry about those limitations. So again, last time, what are you willing to give up to change?
Facts. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Kanyes in the world. Shout out to all the Kanyes in the world.
For
I get
sure.
it. I understand. Y'all already know the vibe, man. Y'all, we not gonna be up here next Friday, right?
Yeah, we pausing next Friday because I'll be out of
Yeah.
town. Yeah.
All right. So next Friday we will not be up here, but hit Sheeka up. Y'all have any questions and everything. She has the coaching group. Like,
Mm-hmm.
was it? So listen, I'm in there.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So
Yeah, we
I most
officially like
definitely
it's not too late. Like I'm keeping an ongoing enrollment. So if y'all know anybody specifically that's wanting to work on loving themselves, it's called Loving All Parts of Me. And we tap in on Monday. I'm posting the first lesson. This week was more of an introduction, why you here. But like, if you're ready to learn how to, tap into self-love, come hang out with us. If you're wanting to explore human design a little deeper, that's a benefit of being in my program. Because I know sometimes it's like we don't want to get too involved in so much stuff because we're busy, but I can help you figure it out. Because I promise you, once you know who you are, you'll learn how to love all parts of you and not let anybody get in the way of your mind. So
facts.
there you go.
Y'all already know is Why Not Us podcast, Freestyle Friday chats with Sheeka.
Hey.
Man, y'all know I gotta play that outro and then we'll be out.
You can be what you wanna be. See what you wanna see. Go where you wanna go. Oh. Why not? Why not us? Why not us? Why not? Why not us with Ken J? Why Not Us podcast with Ken J.